Well, thank you all for coming. I'm going to just play a little bit and explore some of the sounds and let you know what this wonderful drum set can do. And I want to keep it as educational and instructional as possible. So if you guys have any questions, if you want me to break down some exercises or licks or chops or any questions about the music industry, technique, about how to practice efficiently, how to achieve your goals in practicing, what to practice that's really useful in everyday situations, hand technique, foot technique, or independence, whatever. So feel free. We have plenty of time. As long as you guys want to hang here, I'm available. And yeah, so I'm going to start by just jamming to some tracks so you can hear the drums in context. And then I'm going to go a little nuts.
Oh, you're bad enough to me, bad enough that we always have something to get over. Oh, you dress up so happy, looking so fancy. I got that salty chip on my shoulder. Oh, but when the night is deep, you find me in the streets, asking me to come over. Something to get over. Oh, you dress up so happy, looking so fancy. I got that salty chip on my shoulder. Oh, but when the night is deep, you find me in the streets, asking me to come over.
Yeah. Need a little more level still.
You want me, I want you, baby. Most of the boo, I'm everything.
check. Okay. I'm just disappearing back here. is it? Here. Nope. There. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, toasty. Toasty. So, as you could tell, I'm kind of experimenting, just dialing up a few different sounds and configurations. I programmed a couple of presets with some additional toys here, some foot toys, but I couldn't remember the patch numbers. So, here they are. There's one. And so the gear is a totally standard Roland. What's the 507? This is basically their flagship electronic kit. It feels great. I'm sure you've all tried it or played it. Feels very natural. The dimensions are correct. The cymbals feel natural. They're a little bit bendy and soft when you whack them really hard, so you can actually play it like a real drum set with real energy and intensity, and it responds adequately, I would say. The rebound's great. It's quiet because it has those rubber hoops, and even rim shots aren't too loud. So acoustically, it's not too offensive. It's great for practicing, and of course, it's great for any professional sort of application. I use this kit, and I use a lot of the SPD-SX kit myself. Most of the time, I play hybrid kits for tours or whatever productions I'm working on. It's usually an acoustic kit with some triggers, and I use the Roland RT triggers, and then I have an SPD-SX pad usually for any kind of electronic sounds or samples, or for loops, you know. And so on. Anyway, you can do a lot of fun things with the SPD-SX pad. It has a ton of fun loops in there and sequences. It has a click track function, of course. It has individual outputs. It's got some kind of retro sounding sequences like this one. It's a fun little toy. Who is familiar with electronic drums? What? Oh, yeah, okay, well, we're at the Edrumcenter, duh. Okay, so you all know about this. You've probably all tried this. And it's a ton of fun to play around with these sequences. It's great for practicing. And of course, it's super fun to experiment with different sounds and presets, simply because the sound does very much affect what you want to play. You know, if you have a big boomy bass drum, you're less likely to play, 240 BPM double kick stuff. So if you have like a nice jazzy sounding kick drum, you're more likely to kind of get inspired by that sound and play something jazzy, or maybe whatever, But the sound very much inspires what you do. So this is a great tool for sort of practicing creative playing and getting inspired by sounds and your surrounding and by timbre and feel and pitches, etc. So you can experiment with orchestrations and just with feel, because a big reverby or gated reverb kick snare or fat snare makes me want to play slow and fat. And if I have something really, something like that, I want to go prime it, or if you have something like fat pop. I want to play a little ghost note, a little between the backbeat, etc. So it's very inspiring and fun to play around with this thing. Plus, it's awesome for practicing because there's a volume knob. You just turn it off, and put the cans on. So you always have great sounds, and it's a lot of fun. And I like to sort of augment the standard setup with a couple little foot toys, and I just use the KD10, or KD9 kick drum pads, and I programmed some percussion bits. Where is it? There's one. So I can play more interesting foot pattern. Etc. Or like a Cascara pattern, actually I'll dial up a cowbell or something. I have a cowbell somewhere. There's one. So anyway, lots of fun options because you can quickly adjust and change sounds. Like I said, sounds inspire kind of what you play and what you want to do. So this is really easy. Rather than setting up a whole thing with a cowbell, it'll take 20 minutes and miking that or whatever, you can go click, dial, enter, and there it is. So there it is. Do you have any questions about any of the gear? And if you do, ideally, direct them at Eric, because he knows everything about this stuff. I do too. I've been using these things since 1996. So I became an endorser for Roland in '97 when they first released their V drums with the mesh heads. So I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm very much involved in R&D and creating sounds and in sampling sessions for them, etc. So I know my way around most of the stuff pretty well. But there's so much new stuff coming out all the time. It's a challenge to stay current with everything. But any questions, Eric can help you with that. And I can help you with drumming questions, if you have any. I'm happy to demonstrate anything you want to see, or if you've seen me do stuff, I don't know, online or here today, if you have any questions about any techniques or practice advice, hand-foot technique stuff, please feel free to ask, and I'm here to answer whatever I can. No questions. All right, thank you guys for coming. Okay, there's one. I can hardly see you. Okay.
Yeah, when working on ankle technique, like
Yeah.
heel up, I know you do very efficient heel down and heel up. What's a good way to practice efficiently, not building bad habits, like using the whole thigh? You know?
Okay, for ankle strokes, I would recommend, first of all, let me find a good sound. I need something with, that's not too offensive. So, ankle technique, the most important thing, you know, when you approach this is seat height and where you're sitting on your throne. So, in general, you have to sit so if this is your upper body, this is your head, this is your butt, this is your upper thigh. You have to sit so that your knee joint is lower than your hip joint, always. Especially when you play ankle technique. Even when you lift your whole leg up to play full-on heel-up strokes, it should never cross that 90-degree threshold, okay? So it should always remain under that, always an obtuse angle. And you need to sit, are you on a throne? Yes. Okay, so you need to sit obviously fairly high because you want your knees, just like that looks good, to be lower than your hip joint. And now try this. Try to sit the way you sit now, and you can all try this, and play ankle strokes just on the floor. But lift your leg up at the same time. So and let's get the terminology right. Ankle strokes, when you say ankle strokes, do you mean heel down strokes or ankle strokes?
Heel up.
Heel up, ankle strokes. Okay, good.
Yes.
Because try that now. Try to play ankle strokes. And now try to play it fast, so you basically have to hover in the air with both your legs. That's difficult, isn't it? Because that's now heel up strokes. Because the whole leg is moving. So now do this. Scoot back on your throne all the way. And that's a baby throne that's made for children. So that's gonna be difficult. But scoot back as far as you can and keep your legs a little closer together. Even further. So the throne is basically under your hamstring. And now try to play ankle strokes. And lift your heels off the floor. See, now it works, correct?
Much easier.
And it's because you have support on your hamstring, under your hamstring.
So not just having to float my legs.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to lift your legs and flex your abs, and it's all crampy already. So that's the one important thing. Before you even get into playing ankles, you have to sit correctly on the throne. You have to scoot back on your throne and have a man-sized throne. Because that's an 11-inch or something probably. Yeah. You need at least a 14, 15-inch throne for a grown adult man. And if you guys have no such throne, get one. It's really important. The most time you spend behind the drums is on your throne. Okay, so, and you want to be able to sit comfortably and play without having to flex abs or tweak your back or whatever. It has to be super comfortable. So when I'm sitting in this position, I can do everything. I can play heel down, I can play heel up with the whole leg, and I can do ankle strokes. And I can do mix kind of techniques, like combinations of ankle strokes and stomps, or combination of ankle strokes and heel up strokes, like, you know, like double stroke. I'll play a ankle stroke and a stomp, a heel up stroke. So I can play accents and I can play dynamically. That all only works if you're sitting correctly. Okay? So that's the most important thing. And then to get into practicing ankle strokes, first of all, identify what the other techniques are. So heel down. It's very relaxed. The whole foot is on the pedal. The heel remains on the heel plate of the pedal, never comes off. Try that on the floor. Just go heel on the ground and only lift your toes and do that, exactly. So that's heel down technique, very simple. And now try to lift your whole leg up and play heel up strokes like this. Yeah, the whole leg is now moving. You can see my knees are moving. And you're dropping the weight of each leg onto the pedal. So it's clearly a loud stroke. And this is a soft stroke. So by combining these two techniques, you can combine loud and soft strokes and play very dynamically. So instead of always playing everything loud all the time, you can go play dynamic patterns. And that's the beauty of mixing techniques. It's the same thing we do with the hands. We use finger control technique for certain things, for soft playing. There's no wrist or forearm or anything involved, just fingers. And then we use big backbeats, wrist strokes, and we combine all these all the time. And we do the same thing basically with the feet. We combine heel up, heel down, ankle strokes, and combinations of these. And once you learn to do that and can identify what all the others are, heel up, heel down, stomping, then it's easier to focus on ankle strokes only, because you have to isolate the motion to just the ankle without getting the knees involved. The good exercise for that is playing sort of contrasting exercises. Heel up, 60 notes, for example, and then ankle stroke 30-second notes. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E. You can see my knees are moving when I play the 60 notes. When I play the ankle strokes, they stop moving. It's all just ankle. And those kind of isolation exercises are great to get into ankle strokes. Really feeling the difference from this, heel up, to ankle strokes. And then just practice long periods of time of different note rates using ankle strokes, and then learn to switch between heel up strokes, heel down strokes, and ankle strokes depending on the tempo. That's a tricky one because playing ankle strokes at a slow tempo doesn't work. They were designed for fast playing. Just like, like Gladstone technique is designed for one thing and one thing only. Ankle strokes are only designed for 150 or 60 and up. It makes no sense to lift your leg and use only the ankle for a fairly soft stroke when you're playing, at 72 BPM. And you go, why should I do this? Why should I lift my leg the whole time to play a soft stroke at 70 BPM? Makes no sense. So for that, I go heel up, of course, or heel down, but not, So it's designed for fairly fast tempos, and it's a good idea to play things like note rate pyramids, timetable exercises, to learn to switch technique at the right tempo, and learn to do that smoothly. Like if you play like something like this, 6 tuplets. Let's go for a tempo like that. So a good idea is, for example, a timetable exercise where you play, quarter notes, 8 notes, 8-note triplets, and so quintuplets, and so on, up to 30-second notes and back, and learn to switch accordingly. Because when you play quarter notes, you play clearly heel up strokes. You wouldn't do ankle strokes for this. Makes no sense. So you play heel up strokes. For the 8th note, same thing. 8th notes. 8th note triplets, same thing. 16 notes, same thing. It's all just heel up. Quintuplets. Now 6 tuplets. Septuplets. And here I'm switching. Now I'm switching up to ankle strokes, because from the septuplet to the 30-second notes, when I'm in the septuplets, that still feels okay doing heel up, but the 30-second note, just that one note per, half a bar is, or per quarter note, requires that switch to ankle strokes. So those exercises are good to switch back between 6 stopless and 30-second notes, like. So two quarter notes, like. Two quarter notes of 60-note triplets. Then 2 quarter notes of. You know what I mean? So these constant switches. That's a good exercise to kind of isolate that ankle stroke technique. And like I said, always sit correctly. Back, so you have support under the hamstring, straight spine, and let the feet do everything. It's all ankle, hence the name. Ankle straight, so the knee is not moving at all. You can always tell when somebody's switching. You can see the knees are moving or not moving. If only the feet are moving, it's ankle strokes. And if you see the whole leg moving clearly, it's heel-up strokes. And then there's heel-up stomps where you land with the heel and the ball of the foot at the same time, which means it's a non-muffled stroke. So when I play like this, a stomp, the beater comes off. You can't see this, but beater comes off the drum. When I play a regular heel-up stroke, beater stays on the drum, muffles the drum more in a high-pitched, less low end. Stomp, more low end, less attack. And you can experiment with that also for timbre and for sound, for dynamics, etc. Switching between heel up, full weight of the leg, and heel up but stomping. You can even tell it on an electronic kit. There's a big difference in dynamics, And those are great exercises for the feet. Just crescendos, decrescendos. If you play like it's really great for control, and then playing mixed technique patterns, just like we would with the hands. Like, let's try one. Try to play the right foot heel up, and the left foot heel down, and play triplets like this. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Yeah, exactly. Left foot. No, so it's right, left, right, left, right, left, right. The right foot is stomping, coming off the ground, and the left foot is always heel down. Carry on. Right, left, right, left. And that is a dynamic pattern. So stomp the right foot even harder. Go right. Look how beautiful. No, it's great. There's your first dynamic kick drum pattern. And if you take this and just speed it up, you can play some cool things like in a triplet feel. Or like, with the percussion sound. It's the same thing. Or if you didn't change the phrasing from triplets to a 30-second note, you can play a rough. So right, left, right, left, left. Etc. So, and then if you do the inverse and play left, right, left, right. So now you stomp with the left foot. The left is heel up, and the right is heel down. Stomp, left, right. Yeah, that's it. Stomp. A lot of weight. Yeah, and now keep the right foot heel down. Yeah. So the left foot, loud stomp. Lift the leg. And stomp, and then keep the right foot heel down. Heel down. Yeah, lift your right toes, yeah, like that. And that stomps. That's it. It's the exact opposite of what we did earlier. And there's another cool little dynamic pattern. If you speed this up, which I'm sure many of you have done, just keep the right foot heel down. That's important. And now try to combine the two. So play right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left. And on the 4, play right, left, right. 3 singles. Then it bounces to leading with the left side. So right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, 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 right, left, right, 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 left, right, left, 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 right, left, right, 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 left, right. If you take something like this, you got a cool dynamic pattern. Etc. And that's how most of these kind of patterns work. And when you're practicing heel down strokes like this, or in many other rudimental exercises, you're working the tibialis anterior, which is the muscle you need for ankle strokes. And for anything else you want to be playing. And the best exercise for practicing stamina and endurance for the feet is isolated heel down exercises, because those really work the muscle, you know, the tibialis. Do you want to have a cool warm-up exercise? Okay. I have a click here. Check this out. Click. So check this out. Let's go to 100 and let's go to 90. So we're going to 90 BPM, which is not too fast. And I want you guys to do something very simple with me. I won't be able to hear that click, but I can hear this click, right? I'll do it with my phone. See? Okay, so do this for me. Go sit like that in a heel down position. And can you see my feet? Probably not. I don't know. I have to do it here on the pedals or next to the pedals. You do it on the floor. But this is a great exercise. So 90 BPM, we don't really need the metronome, but it's more fun with it. So you have kind of a point of reference. So I want you to sit like that, lift your toes up, put your heels on the ground, exactly, lift your toes up, and tap in quarter notes like that. Perfect. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and keep tapping like that. And keep doing that. And don't stop. I'll put the timer on. And as soon as you touch the ground, kind of flick your foot up as quickly as possible and keep it up in the air as long as possible. 3, 4, 1E and a 2E and a 3E on. Yeah, keep going. We got 20 seconds right now. Keep going, keep going. Who can feel a slight burn? Okay, keep going, keep going. That muscle you're feeling right now, that's the muscle I'm talking about, the tibialis anterior. That muscle is responsible for lifting the foot. If you want to play fast and with control, you have to push down fast, but also lift up fast, because there's no pushing down without the lifting up, so it's a two-way motion. And that exercise is absolutely killer for that. Keep going. 2, 50 seconds. 1 and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2. Now we're doing 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And no stopping. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. You feel it? Good. We've done 1 minute and 11 seconds. So it's clearly a very high impact exercise. And then you go to alternating 16 on 1E and a right, left, 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 right. And then you go to 30-second notes or 16-note triplets, etc. But all heel down like that. And you can see in 1 minute you're getting a killer workout. And so that's a really useful exercise for, where's my metronome here? To build power, stamina, control. And that is what you need for ankle strokes, for heel down strokes, etc. It's all that. You know, yes, calf muscle too for pushing down, but that's the more developed muscle anyway, because we lift our body weight every time we take a step with that muscle. But the tibial is only there to lift your foot, the weight of your own foot, which is super weak. But we need it for... Exactly. So that's what I recommend for ankle strokes. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Any other questions? Yes, please.
Where did your inspiration come from for the mirroring technique?
For layering technique?
No, the mirror technique.
Or like hands, feet, and so on?
Yes.
Well, simply out of necessity and trying to be as efficient as possible when I was practicing, and also a desire for symmetry between both hands and both feet. So a desire to be ambidextrous, and a good way to compare your hand ability with foot ability is to play unison. And mirror images. Etc. You know, so everything I did, any kind of hand pattern, rudimental pattern, I practiced in all these ways. So I started playing, say, for example, like a flam triplet with the hands. Once I got that, I tried to play it with the feet in unison. I'll play it on 2 sounds. That's a flam triplet. And then on kick. And then I played it in unison. And then I did the question answer. You know? And I did that with all the rudimental exercises. It helped me kind of identify flaws and sort of a lack of skill with either the hands or the feet. And it was a great way to check on precision and accuracy, especially when playing unison. You know, so you really hear like imprecisions. So, and that's where that came from. And from like classic linear chops and licks. You know, when you, I don't know, hear like, you know, whatever, John Bonham or Tommy Aldridge or some of the classic like rock drummers that played a lot of like linear quads, you know, or triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. They're all mirror images, you know, right, left, or right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, right. You know, all those kind of things, and classic, you know, those kind of licks. They're all right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot. And they're so easy, you know, and then I took those kind of basic ideas and expanded them to longer phrases, you know. Hört das? Or hört the 5? And then, you know, whatever, 6th rolls. Or 5th rolls. You know, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And once you can do precisely, then you can also keep that going as an ostinato. You know, I started literally like this. At one point you're here, and then it's easy to keep it going. And then you learn to improvise over these kind of things, etc. You know, it kind of all expands and grows from there. But it all started with sort of inspiration from classic rock licks, you know. And then sort of the desire to kind of expand on that a little bit, up to like, or like single strokes with accents. then double strokes, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, which again is a combination of an ankle stroke and stomp. And I use that stone killer method. So you accent the second stroke. So it's 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E. And then once you can do that, you can play a lot of rudimental things, you know, 5-stroke rolls, you know, as doubles. Or 6-stroke rolls. Or 10-stroke rolls. And so on, you know. And then all the other rudimental stuff. But yeah, and it's an efficient way of practicing the question-answer thing. And you're always checking on yourself. You're always comparing, you know, which is one of the most important things, I think, for modern drum set playing, to have, ideally, ambidexterity and symmetry and same level of control and command with hands and feet. Because a lot of modern music has a lot of foot stuff in it, you know, so it's good to have that ability, but also with the left foot. And then this, a strong side, right hand, right foot, and also a strong hand left foot, which is the weak. Or you know those exercises. Or those are great, like 8s, 6s, you know, like 2 groups of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right hand, right foot, and then left hand, left foot. And then 6, you know, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. You know, all those exercises, they're great.
I don't know if if someone showed you that, like the mirroring technique, or you just came up with it. That's what I was asking.
No. How did I get into that?
Yeah.
No, nobody showed me that, but I felt like there was a real disconnect between limbs and a real lack of ability, especially on the left side. So I needed to do more left hand exercises and left foot exercises. And it was just that I felt like, and I had a teacher who said, well, your left hand is really kind of weak, so you should do more with the left hand. So I started doing like pyramid exercises, like groups of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 times as much with the left hand as with the right. You know, those kind of exercises where you play one thing with one hand and then 3 times the same thing with the other hand. And just a lot more left hand practice, especially because I was playing traditional grip at the time. And then out of that left hand sort of training grew the left foot training. Because I thought, well, I could use the same with my left foot because that's a lot weaker than my right foot because I play beats all the time with the right foot. So I should just do the same thing with the left. That's what I started doing at one point, and it made a huge difference. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Can you talk for a second about metric modulation? And
Of course.
how you use it?
Who knows what metric modulation is, even? Okay. So metric modulation means that you are playing usually superimposed phrases over a certain meter that can be interpreted as a different meter. Okay, so do you know how to play 3/4, for example? Everybody knows that? Okay. So do it for me and snap one hand and slap your thigh with the other. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3/4. If we all snap in the right hand, then I can help you. Who doesn't know exactly how to do this? Okay, then snap with your right hand and slap your thigh with the left and go both right, left, right, left, right. Both right, left, right, left, right. Both right, left, right, left, right. Ba, ge da, bon da gong. Ba, be da, bon da gong. Right, right, left, right, left, right. Right, right, da, both, right, that's the 1. Both, 2, 3. Both, ge dong, gang, go gang. Both, right, left, right, left, right. Both, right, left, right. If I play it on our drums, both, right, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right. Both, right, left, right, go. So in the right hand is the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. In the left hand is the 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Both right, left, right, left, right. Both right, left, right, left, right. Bang, ge dong, ding, gong, ding, bang, ge dong, ding, gong, ding. Both right, left, right. So, and now we have 2 meters happening at the same time. It's called polymetric, many meters. And we can use this idea for metric modulation. So if I'm playing in 3/4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. By phrasing this in 4/3, I create a duplet feel in 3/4. And that is metric modulation. So I can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 here, but I'm still playing a 3 here. So I'm going 2, 3. I'll play it so you hear the 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here I'm playing the 4 on the bell. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is still my original meter. But here, that superimposed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I can phrase now in this new meter. I can get gang, for example. Now I'm playing in 5/3. And that is metric modulation. And now I can take this new meter that I've superimposed on top of the old one and place up and down beats in that new meter. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bing, 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 I can go boom, ba, instead of all the same thing. So bing, 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 I can go, I'll play it here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Superimposed signature, okay? This is just to explain, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with this. If you know basic math, it's not rocket science. You know, if you have 5 and 4, you know that the smallest common denominator is 20, so you can play a 5/4 in quintuplets and superimpose quarter notes that way, or you play it in 60 notes and have a 5/4 in 60 notes, whatever. Because 4 times 5 and 5 times 4 is the same. It's the same with 15 or other odd groupings, and when you have a original meter and time signature, whatever it is, 4/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can play that or play with it and superimpose and modulate that in so many different ways, simply by taking odd groupings and playing them in 4/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know? So I can count a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a click track. How do we do this? Click, set up. Let me find this real quick because It's more fun. Ah, here, LED reference off, sound, metronome, which is a... Can you hear the click okay? So, we know that in 4/4, in 60 notes, we have 4 60 notes per quarter note. If we play not 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E, but 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Then we can pretend or simulate the tempo slowing down, although it isn't. You know what I mean? Because we have a longer phrase suddenly. Instead of 4 notes, we have 5 notes. It seems like the tempo is slowing down, but it's not. We're just playing longer groups. But we're still playing downbeats and upbeats. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So 4 60 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Or 6. Or 3. Okay, so the meter never changes. I'm just playing within the existing grid and putting kick and snare up and down beats in places where you would normally expect a different tempo to happen. Like this. Sounds like a 150 BPM kind of shuffle. But I'm just taking every third 60 notes. So I'm just taking this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just doing that. And then I put a up and down beat on every other one. I'm never changing the time signature. I'm just modulating the existing time signature and superimposing another beat, if you like. And you can do this with all kinds of odd and even groupings. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I'll play the tempo here. So you hear it. 1, 2, 3. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still the original signature. And if I then take this 5 and I put an upbeat and downbeat on it, 2, 3, 4. So I'm playing the sticking right, left, left. And on the first right, I'm playing a kick. And then the second right, left, left, I'm playing on the snare. So. You know what I mean? So I'm just superimposing a 5/16 on top of a 4/4 and modulating the meter so it seems like I'm now playing in quintuplets at a different tempo. Is that?
It makes you hear the click differently.
Exactly. And you can do this with 7 and 9 and 15, whatever else. So all you have to know is, and what you need to do is play and understand subdivisions and dynamics and accents. Because simply by playing accents in drumming, unlike other instruments, you know, when you have this, you have no idea what this is. This could be triplets or quintuplets, nobody knows. As soon as I play an accent, you're like, oh, that's a triplet. Or if I go, So dynamics help mark cycles. And if you then use stickings, like right, left, which is a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a very simple 5. And you use dynamics, it helps you navigate superimposition. You have to play it dynamically. So you mark the cycles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, hippopotamus, etc. And it's cool to do this because you're not going to make many friends on the dance floor if you do this, but it's cool in the right context because you get out of these really lame, like duplet kind of groupings. You know, like everybody plays whatever, 4 and 2, you know, or 2 and 2, or 4 or 6 and 2. It's always groups of 2 and multiples and fractions. It's much cooler to go play groups of 3 and 5 and 7 and 9. You know, if you play, you know, here's your meter, and I'll play a fill in 4, linear fill in 4. Okay, that's very simple. Right, left, right, kick. 2, 3, 4. So it's really nailed to the meter. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I just add one more kick drum and I turn it into a 5, instead of I play groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I play that. 1, 2. So this is the 4. I'll play the 5, 3, 4. How much cooler is that? Or 7. I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 4, 2, 3, 4. Much cooler. If I just go. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very simple. But in 4, 3, 4. Now 5. 7, 3, 4. And so on. And then if you combine the 3s and 7s and 5s and whatever, you get much cooler kind of patterns. And it's also a form of metric modulation because within that fill, you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not. It's 1, 2, 3. But you go 1, 2, 3, 4. You know? So you can do a lot of cool things. And of course, you can really sort of play with the perception of time and tempo with metric modulation. So if I play, like I'll play my meter again here. This is my 4/4 in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and dang, 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 dang. Play around with the meter and bend it and sort of see this very, very strict time more as a sort of guide, and then play around in other signatures on top of that. And of course, this doesn't have to be 4. It could be 7/8. It could be 3/4 or 9/8 or whatever. And it's also cool to play both, you know, patterns at the same time. So if you play like a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. I'm in quintuplet. 1, 2. So I'm playing in quintuplets. But if I then change my hand pattern on top of that and play in 4 or in 3, the quintuplet suddenly sounds like a 16th note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The foot pattern hasn't changed. So it goes from this to this. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So you have a completely different idea of what the pattern is and the phrasing is. And that's cool about metric modulation. You can make it seem like, this sounds like the tempo is speeding up, but it isn't. I'm still playing quintuplets. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But it's not. It sounds like it, but I'm still playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know? So that's my take on it. This is only a short glimpse into what is possible with beat displacement and metric modulation and polymetric patterns and so on. But it's all a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, please.
Has there ever been like a gig or session that you've been nervous for, and how did you deal with it?
Yeah. Not so much usually about performing, but sometimes nervous in preparation for stuff. You know, sometimes you get a call or a gig and you hear the sketches or layouts as you see the charts for the first time. You go, oh my God, what did I get myself into? And then you kind of start chewing away in it, and then you realize, okay, it's doable. But sometimes in the very beginning, when you get all this huge amount of information, like learn this, until next Wednesday, then sometimes I get a little nervous and go, shit, gotta really work on that. And then you realize nothing's unpracticable, and then once I've kind of sunk my teeth into stuff, then I'm usually pretty cool about it. And I was never nervous about performing anything. Maybe about gear crapping out on stage, things like that. Things that everybody's worried about, but it's nothing you can do if it happens. If it's under my control, then I usually prepare well enough before a show that I don't have to be nervous, But yeah, sometimes in prepping, or weird last minute changes, when you know that it's a bad time to make last minute changes, that I get nervous, I guess, or worried a little bit when stuff happens that's not under my control. However it happens, last minute changes, or let's throw that song out and put that one in, and I know you don't have the right samples for that, and we don't know what the tempo is, or let's just eyeball it, and I don't know exactly how the ending goes, we'll come up with something. I'm like, really? I don't know. And it's not a problem if it's like a baked potato gig or something, like, yeah, whatever, it'll all work. But if it's a big production, then, usually the one raising a red flag is like, Murphy's Law, people. It can go wrong, it will, So, yeah, and I try to prepare as much as possible. And that takes away all the anxiety and stress, just like with everything else. If you're kind of decently prepped, things work out usually. Yeah. Yes, please.
So I consider myself a fairly new drummer, and so I play for a little group, and usually we are just kind of playing on the fly, which is okay, but I seem to continuously go back to, if the song's in a 4/4, then I continuously just go back to the basic 4/4, and it gets pretty boring, and to me it sounds almost monotonous.
Right.
Without spicing it up too much, because I can't go crazy.
Right.
But what would you recommend to kind of throw in there a little bit?
You know, I understand your desire to do more with it, and you will learn to do more with it, and then you'll do a lot more with it, and then everybody was going to tell you do less again. What you did earlier was better, because really that's the beauty about playing something in a musical context, is to know your place, what to play, what not to play. It's just as important what you don't play, you know. And there's a beauty in the finesse and interpretation of super basic things. And if I could start over again, that's what I would focus on. Because when I started learning, everybody was, I went to, like, I had teachers from day one, and it was all about technique and, you know, this and posture and reading and complicated. I didn't learn, and I studied classical percussion too, so there's a lot of theory and what have you. And if I had the chance to start over again, I would do what you do, and I would focus on the simple but the most essential things about drumming, which is time, feel, and sound. And just go. Just that is beautiful in itself. I don't like the sound though. Hang on, let me find a better sound. Just that is great, just that. You know, if you take, it's like laying bricks that are perfect in size. Every brick is the same. And you can build a super straight wall if all the bricks are the same size. You know, and you can like focus on what's it called? Weather striking. You know what weather struck mortar is? Okay, when you use your trowel and you put a little angle between the twigs on the mortar. Anyway, it's called weather struck. I don't know why I know that. But it's like that. You focus on a super straight wall, and you put every brick exactly the same place where it belongs, and you overlap them perfectly, and then you know, fix the mortar and make it all beautiful. It's that. You're just laying bricks. And if you do this well, and it doesn't move, it stays exactly where it is. Doesn't slow down or speed up. And that's what everybody's going to love you for. You can do this. Or just that. Or nothing else. Or if that is steady and solid and sounds great and feels good and doesn't move tempo-wise, that's awesome. If you need to go into more virtuose, you know, like solos and stuff, it's a different thing. But it sounds like that's not what your band is doing. Yeah. So focus on that and just do that really, really well. Record yourself and listen out for consistency. You know, you want every be exactly the same. Not, you know, every kick, and not just an electronic drum kit. You know, this reacts differently if I play not precisely, not the same volume, whatever. It sounds different, you know. This is always the same, never moves, and that's what you need to focus on. And that's where you need to find the attraction, in those details. Shank tip, you know. Or it has to be perfect. And never move. Ding, 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 ding. Nah. You're a machine. And then the precision between the individual components. That's one event in time. Or this. On the backbeat. It has to be super precise. Never. No. It's exactly at the same moment in time. And when that's all correct, there's nothing more beautiful and nothing more useful for you and for, you know, the rest of the band, because that's really our function and what the rest of the band needs. And everything else is cool and gravy and awesome. And if you can get into, great, you know. But I would, you'll get into that once you can do this, and this is solid. All you have to do is put that. You know, once you can play time and you can play perfect subdivisions and phrase well, then all you have to do is put the rest, or whatever you're doing here, on the rest of the kit. I'm playing exactly the same pattern. Just orchestrated differently. And so focus on that, record yourself, look at yourself. If you look like you're in pain when you're playing, then it's probably a little stressful, and you need to work on like the nuance of what you're doing. And then try to get into rudiments. And with rudiments you can learn everything, because there's nothing you can play on the drum set that does not exist as a rudiment. You can't avoid rudiments, ever. Nothing. As soon as anybody sits down, they'll play rudiments. And anybody ever in history who's played the drums has played rudiments all the time. So it's a good idea to practice rudiments. Start with single stroke rolls, double stroke rolls, mixed stickings, paradiddle, all that kind of stuff. And then if you play them correctly and practice rudiments on the drum kit immediately, then you'll discover that they're not like weird pad exercises, but they're all musical phrases, because a paradiddle, it's just, that's a cool groove. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Or paradiddle, paradiddle, so paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. So it's a cool fill. Or paradiddle, paradiddle. And any like paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle. That's a cool beat. Paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle. Paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle. If I can go put the left hand on the snare drum. These are all paradiddle diddles. I'll play only paradiddle diddles now, okay? And with rudiments, thank you. You can do so much, and it's so easy to find something cool because they're established sticking patterns that work, and that not only sound good wherever you put them, but also help build ambidexterity, control with your left hand and right hand, because they're all symmetrical. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Or the double paradiddle. Or flam triplets. It's all right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
You do that with patafla?
Sorry?
Patafla?
Patafla. Yeah, patafla. Or so it's patafla, patafla. There's a right and a left version. This is the right version, and the left. So some rudiments are non-symmetrical. There's a right and a left version, like the paradiddle. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And then there's, or pataflafa, or flam tap and so on, you know. So, but if you practice rudiments, flam tap, or flam, you know, fives, and mix it up with pataflaflas and flam triplets. You know, you can play some cool patterns right away, and they all work as a fill. One, you know, if you take just a flam triplet, that, and instead of playing it as triplets, play it as 16 notes. It's a cool fill, you know. That's flam triplet, and 16 notes. And you played it with over the toms and snare drum. 3, 4. Cool fill. So they all work and sound great as fills. Yes. Is there anything else I can show you?
When you were
yes.
playing, could you do the, you were doing leading with your hi-hat, doing triplets with your feet, and you're doing the crossover, where you're going around the drums, doing the triplets?
I was...
Yeah, you were playing
Oh, I know what you mean. Yes, so what is that? That is basically a double bass shuffle leading with the left foot. I'm playing the quarter notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and playing the last triplet with the right foot. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just 8-note triplets. And then I do like cross-sticking stuff and like basic single strokes around the kit. So, and the tempo is of course the challenge here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is like, you know, Quadrant 4. Do you know that song by Billy Cobham? It kind of, do you know the album Spectrum by Billy Cobham? There's a song called Quadrant 4. It's a double bass shuffle in 5/4. He was the first one, before like Hot for Teacher and all that, who played a double kick shuffle like that with the ghost notes. So the left hand between the kick drums. That's a really cool pattern. So I'm taking that as inspiration, and then I build around that a lot of single strokes and kind of shapes on the kit. So, for example, which is all 8-note triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I create that illusion of the halftime backbeat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oops. 3. But the feet are still playing in the old 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do a lot of fun stuff with basic cross-sticking. It's really just this move. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. You start like that. You can put that accent here, or here, or here, here again, snare drum, crash, hi-hat, crash, 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 and you just move that around, you know? have to be fast, especially with the big jumps. And then if you add that to this, and you can build your own shapes. You can go. So always this crash, but subdivisions going from snare to rack, second to floor. Like descending. You know, so. And then basic cross tickets. And that's all it is. But I was leading with the left foot. Usually when I play a shuffle, I shuffle right to left. So I go right, right, left, right, 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 left, left, right, right, left, left. Because that allows you to play filler notes very easily. So if you always lead with the left foot, you have to do a lot of double strokes with the right, or vice versa. If I play alternating shuffle, right, right, left, right, 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 left, left, I can throw in any kind of single note pattern whenever I want. You know, it's always going, I'm always landing on the right foot. So, but in this case, I was going old school, always leading with one foot. And I bridge the hi-hat so you get that high-pitched metallic sound on top of the kick drum. Sounds a little dirtier, a little messier. It's also good timing reference. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is something, I mean, those kind of things, those applied singles on the kit and applied rudiments, I think, are great for anybody to practice. If you don't know what to practice, you run out of ideas, take any rudiment. Throw one at me, any rudiment.
6-stroke roll.
Okay. So we start, there's open and closed 6-stroke roll. So open means always using singles. And closed means using doubles. So you can take the, let's take the open 6-stroke roll. That already sounds cool. Or that sounds cool. Or these are just 6-stroke rolls. Or I'm going, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I go. Rolls. Or you can go, if I play the closed version, as in right, left, right, right, left, left, you know? So I can experiment with those doubles and put them on different, so I can go and get a bit longer phrase. So this is still a 6-stroke roll. Or just 6-stroke roll. Or 6-stroke roll. Or 6-stroke. thing, the closed six-stroke roll with the feet. I'm playing right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. So tons of stuff you can do, or in different phrasings. You know, 60-note feel. It's easy to play that six-stroke roll, but in a triplet feel, it has a whole different appearance. Because it's a polyrhythmic pattern. 1, 2, 3. Six-stroke roll. Or another one. Right cue. Or, there's all random cues. Add the kick drum, to the right, to the right hand. Or so all you have to do is take any rudiment and orchestrate it. It'll all sound awesome, So.
One more.
Yes, please.
When you're practicing on a practice pad and a kick pad,
Yeah.
things you're going to apply to the drum kit, are there just some things you can't work on the pad that you need to go to the kit for, or do you think you can do all drum set?
I think for technique, you can do everything on just a kick and snare pad. For sound and certain, to a certain degree feel, you want a real drum, because like I said earlier, the sound often dictates musical choices, and also you work differently with sustains. If you hit a pad and it sounds like this, and just nothing, you have no sustain, and you don't work with sustain and decay. Like if you that, is a sustained note, or that sustains. And I would make different choices because of that sustain on my hi-hat after that stroke. So I want this to sound, so maybe I'll leave out some notes. So I can hear more of that cymbal and expose it more. And a big, fat, low snare drum obviously makes you play differently. So anything that's technique and that's all about hands and feet can be done on pads. And anything that's more involved, even independence, you can practice a lot of independence on your pad. Anything that's sort of feel, sound related, of course, you have to do on the. You make different choices. If you have a floor tom that's a 20-inch floor tom or 18-inch floor tom that sounds amazing, has killer sustain, you want it exposed. You want to go. You want to go. This is a statement alone. And so on a pad you would probably go. So yeah, but everything else, yeah. All right. Should I play a little more? Okay, let me find the exit. 80s magic. What's this one like? No. No. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Eric, thank you again for having me. Big hand. It's their first clinic, right? It's the first time, so hopefully to many more of these. Thank you for having me. Thank you all for coming. And until next time, thanks very much. Thank you.